many negotiators are losers. They can only survive in a one-shot business because people don't want to deal with them again. Most of us in business are looking for lifetime, continuous, consistent buying activities from our clients. We may get involved in one-off deals, but that isn't what we are looking for. We want year in, year out buying. We want a solid relationship of trust and give and take. Winning over others in negotiations, being dominant, being the big dog in the negotiation process may be good for the ego, but it is bad for the bank book. You won't win over in the long term. We want to see both sides gain from the negotiation than have a win-lose or a lose-win outcome. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Tuesday of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, President of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and the best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our high performance center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? In this show, we are looking at the critical areas for success in business in Japan. We want to help advance everyone's thinking so that we can be at the forefront, the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. Before we get into this week's topic, here is what caught my attention lately. Over 80% of the 900,000 tons of water stored in huge tanks in Fukushima near the nuclear plant that blew up contains radioactivity exceeding the government's release limits. Tokyo Electric Power and the government have been claiming stored water was safe for release, but recent tests have reversed that assumption. About 161,000 tons of the treated water has 10 to 100 times the limit for release into the ocean. Another 65,200 tons has up to nearly 20,000 times the limit. This is a huge problem, and no one has any clever answers. In other news, companies listed on the stock exchange, along with their subsidiaries, have come under closer scrutiny by investors due to continuing concern over corporate governance. If a subsidiary is forced by a company with a controlling stake to do business on unfavorable terms, the rights of minority shareholders in the subsidiary can be impaired. Institutional investors are looking closely at companies' independence from their parents. This is episode number 51, and we are talking about what successful negotiators do. Soridewa ikimashou. So let's get going. We can't control the issues which arise during a negotiation or the attitude of the buyer, but we can control our own skill level and approach. The more we understand and manage our own behaviour, the greater the influence we will have with others. To be successful, we need to behave in a way which influences the interaction with the other party by moving it along a collaborative continuum. Here are some attributes necessary to achieving that. Good reputation with good intentions. People may forget the finer points of the negotiation, but they will remember how we treat them. Burning people, being too sharp, too cunning, creates a negative reputation for fair dealing. The aim is to win in business, and one deal is only one deal. Winning the battle and losing the war is short-term, transactional type of thinking. We aim to be around for a long time, so our approach will reflect that intention. Respectful, trusting, and trustworthy. Getting to a mutually satisfactory and beneficial outcome is the goal. Along the way, we treat the counterparty with respect, and they feel it. This adds to our own commercial history as someone you can trust in business, and that is worth a lot more than the contents of one transaction, confident and positive. Having the right intentions gives us strength to find a solution that will be well regarded. We are constantly looking for a way through the difficulties, seeking to find a solution to the other party's issues. Well prepared. Knowing the facts, the background, the individuals, the market situation, and all elements we can and should know, we can prepare prior to having any discussions with the counterparty. Being able to quickly source key information as negotiations get underway is a tremendous booster to finding a successful outcome. Composed, calm, and considered is a good philosophical position to adopt in negotiations. Emotional control is a prerequisite for success. Effective communicator. This idea often suggests being a good talker when the actual fact is being a good listener is often more important. Ask excellent questions and listening for what is not being said is an approach that will yield rewards. Tact and diplomacy are skills that go a long way to improve understanding and create agreement. Find out more when we come back from the break.
If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Sales Advantage course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs? No sale. Can't present the solution convincingly? No sale. Can't handle objections properly? No sale. Can't close? No sale. Master the sales process by doing the Sales Advantage course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear, and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is a product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now.
Welcome back. The next one is people skills. Helping people to relax, finding common ground, getting on their wavelength are all people skills. Being able to remove barriers and reduce inflammation points through how we treat others makes the negotiation discussion proceed in a smooth fashion. We like to do business with people who are like us, and that is where the person with people skills really shines. They are able to operate on a level that the counterparty likes and respects. Open-minded flexibility is a source of strength in a fluid, shifting activity like negotiating. Rigidity can lock us into a position which precludes a mutually beneficial agreement, usually because we let our own ego get in the way. Creative. We are sometimes captives to our limited knowledge and experiences, and so the world of possibilities seems small. Finding a tangential solution through a creative approach can produce surprising breakthroughs when everything seems to be heading toward a train wreck in the negotiations. Thinking about a problem from various angles helps us to see options that may have been hidden or unclear. A risk taker. In finding agreement, there is always an element of risk. Caution, timidity, fear drive us into corners from which it's sometimes difficult to emerge. Having a capacity to take a risk because you've thought through how to minimize that risk once taken is a big advantage when it comes to finding creative solutions to an impasse. Business is not a one-time thing, so how we treat others, and especially the way we do business, marks us out in the community. Bad news always travel fast and far, but today, with business social media being so prevalent, we are talking about another level of transparency. Successful negotiators know this, and never let their reputation become sullied for a small, tricky game. They play the long game and seek to permanently increase their influence. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show is here to help you succeed in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Our website details are on screen now. DaleCarnegie.com. It is awesome value, so check it out. In episode 52, we are talking about upping the team's care factor. Find out more about that next week. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you, and we have only one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.